Hey everyone, it's Lisa. Happy Saturday to you. I have a project I want to work on today, and I'm happy that you're planning to join me. Listen, as you're hopping on, just say hey, let me know where you're watching from. Today, I wanted to work on, Valentine's Day. Thanksgiving is coming up. We've got Halloween first, obviously. We're not quite there. But Thanksgiving is just right around the corner, especially when you host a large group in your home. Hey, Judy. Thanks for joining. Oh, I gotta, sometimes I can't see the comments as well, so I'm going to hop on here real quick like I normally do, and so I can see a little bit better. So, as I was saying, I'm going to be working today on, hey Amy, thanks for joining. Today, guys, I'm going to be working on Thanksgiving, my table linens. Actually, this is going to be a gift to my daughter-in-law. So I hope that she enjoys it. I think she will. So let me turn all this stuff down. I got Gwen and Tina and Judy. Thank you so much for joining. So just backpedaling a little bit. I am going to be working on some Thanksgiving placemats, a table runner, and some napkins, and maybe some napkin rings if we can get through it today for my daughter-in-law. Her table is a little bit smaller than mine. Our table seats 10, so it's pretty long. I'm making this one a little bit smaller for her. And she has 8 people, but she's got a square table. It's really quite interesting. I made them 2 benches for either side, and they're like, I just made them out of pallet wood, and it goes perfectly with their like 112-year-old house. It's pretty cool. So, okay, Gina. Hey, Gina. Got an important football game to watch in a little while. Okay, great. Hey, Amanda and Melissa. Thanks, you guys, for joining. Okay, getting back to what we're working on. All right, so I have today, I'm going to be working with this, Thanks and Giving is the name of the stencil. It's a 12 by 18, and I'm going to be using the bottom half. So her theme is more like a farmhousey type of theme, so that's what I'm going to go with. I got these linens. There are 8 of them, thankfully. I got them for like $8. They're from William and Sonoma. I got them at a yard sale for 8 of them, so I was super happy about that. I thought that was a good deal. And then I'm using this duck cloth. You can just get it at Walmart, super inexpensive, and I cut the length or the width that I wanted, and I literally just ripped down. So I get these nice frayed edges at the end. It's going to go really well with their farmhouse theme. So that's what I'm going to be working with today. Hey, Dana. Hey, thanks for joining me, Dana. Okay, so let me get started. I had some fun ideas. So I am going to use this Thanks and Giving on the table runner. I'm going to use it on both sides. And then I thought that I would do something fun, and I'm going to do like an ink stamping with some actual leaves on the napkins. And I thought I would just put a little, give thanks or gather on it. All right, so we're gonna get going. Literally, you guys, I haven't even tried the napkin thing with the leaves yet, but I went out right before here and I picked a bunch of cool leaves. You want to get them now because they're not going to be really good when they're brittle. I've done it with paint before, but not with ink, so, fingers crossed. All right, so let's jump right in. Let me get these things out of the way. And I have with me an ink mat. I'm going to take the cover off. Happy Saturday. What are you guys doing with your Saturday other than watching me right now? What are you guys doing with your Saturday? So this ink mat is 18 by 18. I'm just going to, come on, baby. I'm going to peel this off. It sticks real well. I think I got the wrong cover on it. Anyway, I'm going to peel it off, and then I'm going to put one end of my table runner on it. Wow. I put it on the wrong side. Oh, well. This isn't even the plastic. You know what I did last time, you guys? I left it off, and I couldn't find the plastic, so I had to put some other plastic on there. So give me a second while I pull this puppy off. Keep your plastic. It's on there for a reason. Okay. I think this one's going to have to go bye-bye, and I need another one. All right, so it's super sticky, and the reason it's sticky is so that the fabric sticks to it, and it doesn't move around while you try to ink it, okay? There we go. Goodbye. All right, so I'm going to take my duck cloth, and like I said, I just tore it. And you can see it, the edges are a little frayed. Now, the end is not, and it was just cut, you know, to the length that I wanted. So I could just pick up some pieces and start pulling across. Just pick off some stray pieces and start pulling it across to get that frayed look on the edges, to kind of make it look more, you know, thematic all the way around. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll just pull off just a little bit, and see that I am stuck to this. I am getting some frayed edges, and I think that that's going to look really good in her dining room. All right, so like I said, she has this 112-year-old house, and it is a beauty. Okay, so my thought was I'm going to use that stencil. I'm going to put it on this duck cloth as the table runner, and then I was thinking at the and I'm gonna let you guys help me decide, but I've got some ribbon here. Look at this. That's farmhousey, isn't it? So if I put this at the, you know, like right here, man, I'm stuck. Oh, everything's so sticky. If I put it here, and then the design, and maybe move it up here, I don't know. We'll see after I get the design on there, okay? So let me get the stencil out. So what do you guys got going on? Good morning, Cindy. Terry is watching. Tina says, thank you so much for the stencil given to us because crab was delayed. Magnolia is so gorgeous. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. So that is the deal. We had a ship took a route. Anyway, it's got our stuff, and they're not giving it to us because of the storm. But as soon as we get it, it'll be this week. That's they said. So anybody who was put off by that, it's going to be compensated. Any of our customers with a 5x7 free coupon for a free 5x7 stencil. You know, it's not our fault, but we don't want you guys to, you know, feel punished by it either. So let me cut this, and I'm going to use the bottom half of this stencil. So I'm just cutting on the line, and I'm going to be using this part. Let our lives be full of both thanks and giving. This is fabric, so I don't have to fuzz it or anything, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to, and with this duck cloth, blah, that was hard to say. With the duck cloth, there really isn't like a wrong side. So I'm just going to place it on there where I think it's like in a good spot. Even. That looks even to me. I'm just spitballing it. But here we go. That's where I'm going to put it. Now, here's the kicker. I usually use black ink, but my daughter-in-law does not have those colors going on. So I am using, it's about first time, I am using our glittering black ink. So it's going to be a little more subdued, and I think that that's going to look nice. I think that's going to go more with the farmhouse theme. Have you guys used this glittering ink yet? I am so excited. Like, I just opened it right before we came on. All right. So, yes, Magnolia is awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. All right. So, I'm just going to grab some ink with my squeegee here. I'm choosing to use a big one just because it's a big design. And then I'm just going to make sure that that the stencil's down really well. I got to tell you guys, I got a reject one. Mine was sitting out. I left mine out, and it doesn't want to. All right, there we go. Oh, I'm glad I chose this color. You know, it's almost like a gray. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's almost like a gray, but it's going to have just a little different look to it. So I think this is going to be cool. The cool thing about farmhouse is, you know, it's a little bit not perfect anyway. So, you know, that's great for me. All right, get a little bit more. Have it coming this way. All right, well, I haven't heard what you guys are doing today, obviously, other than watching me, right? Are you guys, you have all your candy purchased for Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween? I've been having fun making lots of different Lots of different crafts for Halloween to decorate. All right, I'm going to set this aside for now and wipe myself off so I don't get it on my fabric. Hey, Paula from Tennessee. All right, so let me peel this off. I'm just going to hold my hand like this so that I don't get ink all over everything. And I'm not going to do both sides for you today because I don't want you to have to wait that long. All right, so I noticed when I was pulling it up, doing my peel and reveal, that I missed a little bit on this O. So I'm just laying it back down, putting a little more ink right there. Easy peasy. Taking a break from house cleaning to watch you. Thank you. Yeah, that's, you know, hey, you know, anything for a break from house cleaning. I'm really, really trying this week to get my house decluttered, and it is a chore. Because I'm definitely a clutterer. I'm like, oh, look, there's something else to do. Why would I be here cleaning or putting stuff away? I wish I was that person, but I'm not. I just like, well, there's like 1,000 other things I could do. Okay, and we don't have a housekeeper, so that makes it worse. So my husband and I are committed. We are going to, this week, get some of that stuff taken care of. So wish us luck. I'll report back next week and let you know how it went. Okay, I think that turned out great. So let me show you. Now I'm going to let it dry a minute, and we're going to work on the napkins before I come back and put this ribbon on here. But you let me know what you think. Do you think I should put this ribbon across here, both on the bottom and the top, to sort of frame in the same? What are your thoughts? Ribbon or no ribbon? So I would lay it down with this Sherbond glue, and I just use old peanut butter jars, and I write on there what's in here. All my glue goes in these little jars, and that's what I would use, is fabric glue. Okay, any thoughts on the ribbon? Anybody know what I should do on the ribbon? So let's move on to the napkins. What I was thinking, I like the ribbon. Thank you, Amanda. So the other side, I'll do the exact same thing. I do want it to dry a minute, so I'm just going to set it aside so we can see how much fun these leaves are going to be. It's a balancing act over here, guys. Balancing act. Okay. I've got another ink mat. This time it's my smaller one. Okay, stay. This time it's my smaller one, and that's going to be for my napkin. All right, and so we're gonna, like, cross your fingers. We're gonna do this thing and see how it turns out. So let me undo my napkin. Probably should have pressed it first. Yeah, definitely should have pressed it first. I don't know. I'm thinking design here on the corner, or should it be like here, straight on? What do you think? I feel like, you know, if I put it straight on like that, I'm going to have to be super careful about how I fold that. I mean, let me see what I would do here to get it in the middle. Oh, there we go. I'd have to do, no, that won't work either. There we go. I'd have to do something like that. That kind of silly. Okay, do you think, let's do the corner, because I'm kind of on the fence, so let's just do it. Corner. Paula, thank you. I like a woman who makes a decision. All right, so let's do the corner. We'll put it this way. Now we're going to do the leaf first, okay? Because it's, maybe we shouldn't do the leaf first. Let's do, yeah, because we don't know where we're going to put the words. Let me see. Let's do the words first. Boy, I'm indecisive today. At least I know what designs I want. Just don't know how to go about doing it. Any of you like that? Oh, don't get that in there. Oh. Okay. All right. Corner is a cute idea. Thank you. Corner takes the cake. All right. So these, I just want to tell you that these napkins do not match my duck cloth exactly, and I don't care. Actually, it would be, there's like about 2 shades off, and I think it's going to make kind of a cool look. So, I mean, it would be nice in like a muted, any kind of color. I love green. You guys know, because Magnolia is green. Crystal and I, that's both our favorite color. So, but I think the farmhouse look, this is the way to go. All right, so all of this stencil has all of these wreaths, and I designed it to where you could use any of the wreaths. There's pumpkins and a sunflower and some leaves and a different type of like laurel wreath. And then there are two on the side here. But the way I designed it is so that these words fit right inside there. Okay? Or you can use them individually, and you can use them individually and then with just these if you want. So I'm going to use the one in the middle. And it's going to say, give thanks. And again, I'm not, let me just mark the back, give thanks. You guys, I have a super cute idea for some napkin rings. So hang on, because we're going to tie it all together. All right, so, oh, I'm stuck. All right, give thanks. We got it in the corner right here like this. I'm going to put that give thanks there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's farmhouse. We can do what we want. All right, so I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to put it way down towards the corner, and that way, especially when I put it on my napkin ring, I'll be able to see the words, but also so I can give myself more space with the leaves. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to use that exact same ink, and I'm going to squeegee it on. Not really pressing hard, but just squeegeeing across, making sure that the medium goes all the way through the stencil and onto the fabric, and then I'm going to squeegee it off. Sometimes, especially if it's like, let's say I'm stenciling white on like black fabric, I will go over it twice. Just give it a second to dry and then go over it again, just in case it needs just a little extra pop. Okay. Love this idea with the napkins. Thank you, Paula. All right, let's set that aside and see what happens. Just again, I'm just touching it as little as I can. Just doing a very slight peel and reveal to see if I got it before I commit to removing it. Turned out perfect. Love it. All right, wipe that off again. All right, see? So now we've got give thanks. Now comes the interesting part. All right, so this is my idea. Like I said, I've only done this with paint before, so we're going to try, I have a little extra of the duck cloth as a sample. We're going to try a sample, okay? So, and let me grab a piece of paper so we can kind of blot it on there too. So what I did is I picked a bunch of leaves, different, like I said, they're different sizes, different types, and I think that that'll just, create some interest. In addition to that, you want to make sure that they are clean. I didn't give these a bath or anything, but you want to make sure that they're clean enough to where they're not picking up a lot of dust and so forth. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the ink, we're going to basically paint it on the back of the leaf, because that's where we get all the ribs, and that's really, or veins or whatever, and that's what we're really looking to press onto our fabric. So let's give it a go. I'm going to grab one of our little trays and wet my paintbrush a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and grab some more of this ink. Now, I was thinking, I've got this glittering copper ink. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. I might be willing to give that a shot too with a couple of them. All right, so let's put that there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint this on. So this is just a scrap piece, so nothing loose, right? So I'm just going to paint this ink on. Oh, it goes on so smooth. All right. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and press that onto my fabric. Now I'm just going to hold it in place and lay it down. Okay, don't move it around. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'll just grab this for right now. A piece of paper, paper towel, some parchment paper, anything like that. And then what you're going to do is just lay it on top. Don't move it around, but smooth it out. All right. You could use a rolling pin, or you can just do like this with your fingers. I feel like holding it down and moving it around or smoothing it out with your fingers gives you a better control. All right, so I've got that down, and I'm just going to lift up and away. Okay, so the next one I think I'm going to put more on. But you see, it's just giving that little hint of a leaf, and I'm loving it. All right, so I think that's enough. Enough of a trial. Let's go for it. All right. Cross your fingers. Wish me luck. All right, the next leaf, let's get one of these big daddies here. That's a beautiful leaf, isn't it? Have you guys ever preserved leaves? I've been looking into doing that. I think I'm going to. And basically, it's just like taking the leaves and using Mod Podge on them. But you do have to do it when they're supple, or it's apparently doesn't work. I haven't tried it yet. So that will be a project I'll be working on next week, just kind of looking to see how that works. If you do follow our reels here or on my page, you see all the kind of weird different things that we've been trying out. Just trying to, open that, step outside the box and see what could be new and different and fun and interesting. And then, of course, you guys inspire us a lot when we see your stuff. All right, there's my ink. I got it all over. I'm not being too chintzy this time. Last time I was pretty chintzy. You see? Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on this. Let me put something over. I'm going to put something over my give thanks so that I don't mess it up. But the main thing I want to say to you is when you go in and you're going to lay this down, just press it down. Like get one spot and press it down, okay? Then don't move it. The next thing you want to do is you want to get a piece of paper, but you need a new one or the other side of this other one. Okay, so I'll take this paper towel. The reason for that is I got ink on this one last time and I don't want to rub it onto my project, right? So let me lay that down. Let's see what's happening. Have you guys ever done this before? I've never, like I said, never done it with paint, just, or ink, just paint. So, we living on the edge. Okay. I'm just covering up my give thanks that I used from our autumn wreath. 12 by 12. Hey, if you guys have never used the wreaths, maybe I'll do one. I love to use them on these wood rounds that we have. I think our wood rounds come in packs of 12 or 10 or 12. We've got the regular wood rounds, and then we've got the ones pre-drilled holes, and they're a little bit smaller, like ornament size. Okay. Cross your fingers. Now, I don't know if we can use a leaf over again. Probably, huh? You would think so. Oh my gosh, so cute. So cute. Uh-oh, there went my cloth. Okay. That's one leaf. Oh, I want to get the ink on anything. What do you guys think? That's kind of a cool idea, isn't it? All right, let's do one more. And then I'll be done with this one. And I'll try a different... oh, I know what. Then I will do those napkin rings that I was thinking about. Okay? So let's do a smaller guy. And I did this with leaves from a tree a while back. Oh, yeah, Betty? Did you do it on fabric? Or I've only done it on canvas. So, like a painting, a stretched canvas for acrylic paints. Okay, so I think that the thing here, it looks like, learn from what I'm doing by watching me. It seems like the key here is not a lot, but just enough. So don't glob it up near the veins, but get just enough to where it gets all over, but not like really highly concentrated in one area. So let me put this one down here. So press in one spot and then lay the rest of it down. Now I'm going to go over this. Just smooth over it. I think that a piece of parchment paper would probably be better. I had that here, but it's underneath everything. Just because you'll be able to see through it and you'll know what you've actually rubbed down and what you haven't. All right, so lifting up now. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I think she's going to like these. I'm going to put a few more leaves on this. I'll just put one more so you guys can see where I'm going with it. Okay, you love the leaf. Thank you. What kind of leaves are you using? Are they real? Actually, they are real, and I thought about using the fake ones, and I went and looked at the fake ones, and they just don't have the beautiful veining on them like this, and so I walked away from that idea. This one is from a magnolia tree. Imagine that. You know how we came up with the name magnolia is it's like my favorite flower. And actually where Crystal is from, it is the flower of it's the state flower. So, all right, one more leaf. I will come at it this way. And this time I'll use this paper, but turn the other way. Yeah, I think next time for all the rest of them, I'm going to use the parchment paper just because it's easier to see through. I guess you could use plastic if you wanted to. I don't know that I would because you want that ink, if there's any stray ink, you want the paper to soak it up, I think. All right. This is our last one for the... oh, that's pretty. Okay, let's take a look. I think when I do the rest, I don't think I'm going to use that entire leaf next time. Probably like rip it up a little bit and do something different just to get a different look. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. All right, so now I'm going to move on. I do want to show you this round, okay, just for kicks and giggles. I'm going to show you what these could look like. And I think I'm going to do this sunflower one on here. And I'll just do the word gather in there, okay? What I love about these is you don't have to use the entire thing, okay? So if I just wanted to do like gather and I wanted to do, you know, that laurel, I could. But the other thing is when you see a design like these fit perfectly on our coasters, our 4x4, and they're a little big for these, but I don't care. So I'm going to put it on there, and if you see this, it stops at a certain point. The leaves stop at a certain point, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on there to where I've got the leaves on there, and I'm not even going to worry about whether or not the rest is on. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But let's talk about this for just a minute. When you use wood, if you're going to make a coaster, the reusable chalk paste reconstitutes with water, right? And that glass is sweat. So it's probably not the best thing to do it with chalk paste unless you're planning to seal it. So you would do a couple of coats of clear polyacrylic spray to set it in place. But I like to use ink because it's just simple and you don't have to do anything with it. You just let it dry. I mean, you could hit it with your heat gun or whatever you want to do. I think, yeah, cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do up to the leaves, okay? And I will show you how it turns out. So again, if there's a design, don't feel like you have to do the whole thing just because it's sitting there, right? It's your stencil. You can do whatever you want. It's your project. That's what we always say to people who come to the to paint at the studio. Can I do this or can I do that on my project? Yes, it's your project. You can do whatever you want. If you do, it means it's not going to turn out like mine, but you can do whatever you want. Okay. All right, now I want to show you how that turned out. See that? Is that so cool? And this, I think I'll make her some of these too because that will go with the whole theme, don't you think? I don't know if the sunflower one or maybe one of the other wreaths might look better or even the laurels. What do you think would look best? I'm going to put gather on here. In the meantime, you guys give me your thoughts. I will finish this up and you let me know what you think about it, okay? I'm going to offset this just a smidge so I can get the entire word on there. And the great thing about ink too is that it's a little, while it's not as forgiving as paste, it does seal itself right with a heat source or on wood. It just soaks it up. And you can also do this with the some like torch paste or some wood burning cream. It would look great. All right, so I think I am going to do this. I'm going to make her some coasters. I think this will be super cute. All right, so dun da da! I love it. got. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys. Don't you think that'll be nice for coasters? All right, so I actually think I will spray this just so, because it's natural wood. And if I spray it, then it'll be a little glossier. I think that'll do that. Either that or do like a gloss Mod Podge or something like that. Anyway, so I've got this. I've got my table runner I'm so excited about. I've got my napkins. So let's talk about get some of these things out of the way and I'll finish up later. Let's talk about a napkin ring. So I had this idea about a napkin ring to tie this all together. So what did I do with mine? I think it fell on the floor. I don't know where it is. I am looking. Oh, I put it in a place so I wouldn't lose it, and I lost it. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to use this. Do you guys ever make napkin rings with toilet paper or paper towel holders? So I'm just going to cut this in half, and I'm just going to chicken eye it. I'm going to spitball it, and looks like it's about 2 inches. And I'm just going to cut right in the middle, all the way around. It's actually got a little bit of a mark. Have you guys seen people make little snowman hats out of these? Oh my gosh, they are so cute. I think I'm going to have to make some. All right, so just trimming up the edges. And then I've got my Mod Podge. Now what I was thinking about doing, you guys tell me what you think. With the colors that I chose, here's the duck cloth. Do you think I should go, I just answered my own question. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is use this fabric, or this ribbon, and then I'll top it off with this ribbon, because we're going to put this at the bottom of the runner. So I think that'll bring everything together. Okay, so I'm going to, let me get my glue gun. So this glue gun has Surebond in it. And Surebond, if you've never used it, is a glue for hot glue. It's glue that gets heated and used on fabric, and it's pretty cool. All right, so I'm just going to grab my Mod Podge. It's just a regular old Mod Podge. By the way, if you don't have Mod Podge, you can use regular school glue, any kind of school glue, and you can mix it with, it's like a 3-to-1 ratio, so like 1 cup of glue, and that's usually like one of the small containers. 1 cup of glue to a 1/3 cup of water. Some people say a half, but I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with a 1/3. So if you want it like it to be a good adhesive, or maybe even as a stiffener for fabric, go with a 1/3 cup of water and a cup of glue. All right. Carolyn, hi, Carolyn, hi, just getting on. So I'm going to come in here with my Mod Podge and just go all over this thing. I could also do it with my glue gun. I just think if I do it with Mod Podge, it's going to stay longer. That could be true or not true. All right. So I've got my Mod Podge all over it. And now I'm going to grab some of this ribbon. Now, this ribbon is wired, and that's going to cause a little bit of problem. Two reasons. First of all, it's wider than my little thingy. Oh my gosh, I used to be able to talk. My paper towel, my toilet paper thing. But I can just pull the wire out. You guys actually told me this. You guys are so smart. So I'm pulling the wire out so that it won't be stiff and hard to work with. But what I can do is I can cut it now if I wanted to, or I can just lay it on and tuck the extra fabric in to give it a finished look. And I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to place my ribbon, and I'm just going to go around, around, around. I guess I could even leave it the way that it is. It doesn't need to be tucked under, but it'll probably look better. So I would really like my glue gun to be ready so that I could get it holding in place at least partially. And then my idea is I'm going to put a little glue and tuck it under. All right, in the meantime, while this is drying and this is heating up, I'm going to cut some of this fabric. So, do you see what it's going to look like? Okay, so now this one also has the ribbon, the wire, I'm sorry, and when I put that on my runner, I'm definitely taking this out. So listen, if you have ribbon that you really like, but it has wire in it, it's not going to work for your project, just take the wire out. It's pretty simple. It's kind of like taking out a base stitch or something like that, and you can use that wire on something else if you wanted to. It's really pretty thin. The gauge is pretty small. All right, so let me see if this is working yet. So you know what I had in mind was to tie some raffia on it after it's all done. And then I was going to, I'm still going to, but I'm not going to do it with you guys right now. Then I was going to put some rosemary in the middle of the raffia. So I'll just put some little greenery to show you guys what I was talking about. But I got all the way here and didn't have my rosemary, so I was kind of sad about that, but you'll get the idea. Look at you guys, I have my finger protector on. All right, is that cute? Is that cute? Okay, let me put some glue on the inside, and then I'm just going to fold it down, fold it in, and then that's going to give it a nice finished look. Now these are really super obviously inexpensive and going to give a nice finished look and make everything match on the table. Okay, see how that looks? Doesn't that look nice? And it's just a toilet paper holder. And you can use paper towel holder. What are you making? Carolyn says, Carolyn, I'm going to show you in a minute. I made a table runner. I'm just starting to make it. I'll finish it up in a second. Some napkins and some napkin rings for my daughter-in-law's Thanksgiving table. So it will be a farmhousey kind of look, and that's what I'm going for. That's kind of her look. Okay, is that so cute and nearly free? Stuff I already had. All right, I was going to finish it off like this. Let me show you. I'm going to put my little rubber finger away. We grab some raffia. This is my idea, but like I said, I don't have the rosemary, so it's not going to turn out as cool. But you guys all get the idea. Let me see. This is definitely not the greenery that I want to use. Can we use one of these leaves? I'll search for anything. We'll use one of the leaves for now, okay? All right, so I was just going to take it like this and wrap the raffia around it. Put the seam in the back, wrap the raffia around it, and just tie it. Okay, now wouldn't that be so cute with a piece of rosemary in there? I'm just going to fake it with this. You guys will have to forgive me. I just want you to see what I had in mind. Now, some crafts, yes, this is a paper towel, paper thingy, right? And it's probably not going to last a lifetime, right? It may be a one use. Who knows? It may stand up for a couple of years. But the thing is, not all crafts have to last forever. Some of them are just stinking fun, and they're just for show, right? They don't have to be like forever pieces. Okay, so this is the look I was going for, and I would put rosemary there instead of this greenery. And then I would put my napkin in. Let me grab my napkin. It's not quite dry, but you'll get the idea. Carolyn, what I was doing is I used the autumn wreath 12 by 12, and I used the Give Thanks from it. And then we used some leaves that I found outside and used the black glitter ink, permanent ink, and painted the back of them and pressed them in place to get this look here. Okay, so my idea was just kind of like grab it in the middle. Woo. This is not a professional thing. Look here. Hang on. I'm just like, shove it in there. I'm not going to be able to fold it properly because you guys will have to get the idea. I'm not going to be able to fold it properly because this is still wet and I don't want it to run. But this is kind of the idea I had in mind. Is that so cute? All right, and then let's get this, I'll have to put that over there. Let's get this table runner back. We'll finish off the table runner on the one side at the bottom, and then I will show you that with the napkin, and we will call it a day. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going home to clean and declutter. Not fun. So you can see why I'm enjoying hanging out here right now. And then we also did this, Carolyn. Sorry, we did these little coasters I'm going to make for my daughter-in-law as well. All right, so I'm going to bring this back up. I've got my Surebond here, my Surebond glue. I'm going to glue this ribbon that I just put on our napkin ring that we made. I'll put that over here so we can get it back. I'm going to put that on the bottom. All right, so let me show you what I did. I just took some duck cloth. It's canvas duck cloth I got this at Walmart. And I just ripped down the sides that I wanted. And then I put in Thanks and Giving. This is the bottom half of Thanks and Giving. And it says, let our lives be full of both thanks and giving. So now we're going to rip this off of here. Oh, that came off much easier than that plastic, didn't it? All right, let's put all this stuff aside because I don't want to ruin my new project. All right, so now I need your guys' help. Can you post a link to get the stencil? Yes, ma'am, I sure will. All right, so what I want to do is this down here. You guys tell me, okay? The ribbon above. I'm looking for help. Below or above and below. And I'm going to do what you suggest. So hit me with it right now. Let me know. Ribbon above and below, or above and below to frame it in. So this runner is going to have this saying on both sides. So we're going to get a little B. Paul, what does that mean? Below? Pixie. Did you guys ever, there used to be a guy here, and he may still be a personality on the radio, and he always would, he had this thing, this game, I think it was like every Wednesdays, and it was called Pixie. And I am not even kidding you guys. He would like give the audience some question, and then he'd give 3 answers, and he'd say it's either A, and he'd give the answer B or C, and that was the real answer. I mean, it's Pixie. That's what it was called. And I can't even tell you how many people did not pick C. It's called pick C. Okay, above and below. Above and below. We're doing it above and below. So what I'm going to do here is, let me cut one more and get that wire out of there. Make sure I got the right size. All right, get the wire out. I got a Surebond glue that I was showing folks that I put in an old, if you guys saw how many of these jars, I love peanut butter. I literally eat peanut butter every single day. And so I have plenty of these. I use them to store stuff. It's, never got over that. I just love, love, love peanut butter. Okay, we're going to do above and below. Cross your fingers. Do you guys love this stencil? I love this stencil. I love the writing. I love the fonts, and as you guys may know, I've said this before, some of the hardest part about making these stencils for you all and designing them is the fonts. It's just, there's always like, oh, I don't know, I like this one. Oh no, okay, that one's definitely not working for the theme, you know, and then some of them I like really don't like, but it goes with the saying, so it's kind of fun for the saying. Okay, both. Hello, the red paintbrush. Hello, hello. Okay, so I am using my healing mat to kind of give me some sense of where I should be. And I am going to use my Surebond now, and I'm going to put Is there a right or wrong? There's not a right or wrong. Okay. So I'm going to go along the edge. And my healing mat beneath me has measurements on it, okay? And it has these fine lines, and then it has these more definitive lines. And so I'm kind of using that across the duck cloth so I'll know where to go. All right, so I'll just keep going. This is fabric hot glue, okay? Don't want to pull too hard because I don't want to pull it out of shape. You do have a second to play with it. Don't take too long though, because it does not like it if you take too long. It wants to harden up, and then you're not going to get the look that you want. This this glue you can wash. I wouldn't say like every single day, but my daughter-in-law will be able to use this over and over again. To wash it and use it over and over again. Okay. I'm so excited to give this to her. I got a little wonky on my, there we go. All right, I'm going to take it straight to the end, and then I'm going to fill back up my glue. This cordless, I love this cordless, but you have to remember to plug it in, and I so rarely remember to plug it in long enough. But, all right, I went right up to the edge, and then I'm going to hot glue the edge, the end, I'm sorry, and then all along the edge and put it in place. It's much easier when it's already down to some degree. Okay, do you guys use the Surebond very much? There's so many practical uses for it. You know, you just don't want to sew. It's easier, actually, even if you do sew, sometimes it's just easier, even like bonding tape. It's just easier to get the stuff in place so you'll know where it's supposed to go, and then do it. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. I'm so glad that you guys told me to do top and bottom. So let's see what the top looks like. Love that stencil. Thank you, Anne. All right, does that look cute? That's going to be one end of the table runner. And she has a square table. It's going to be so cute. All right, so now let me get it about where it needs to go on this one. I think that looks like about right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. All right, get some going here. Put it in place. All right. I think the key is, just getting it down. Thankfully, I'm using the edge of this ribbon, so you can't really see if I put a little more on there than I need to. No globules, globbies. Whatever, that's a made-up word. I just made that up. Okay. All right, so I sent you a PM, Carolyn says. Okay, thank you, Carolyn. Oh, hi, Lisa. Hi, Lynn. I really do appreciate you guys popping on. Hey, if you like what you're seeing, would you please pass it on to a friend? Let them see what we're doing as well. And I love those hearts. Lets me know that you guys are interested and enjoying what we're doing. So that, I know to keep on doing the right things. I could just craft here all day long for myself. That's for my daughter-in-law, but you get what I'm saying. Now, I have to be nice to my daughter-in-law. I love her, but I have to be nice because she just gave me a beautiful new grandbaby. Well, I couldn't take him home or anything, but Oh, he's so beautiful and so precious. How many on here have grandchildren? They are literally the best. And people will say, oh, yeah, grandkids are great. You can love them and send them home. I don't feel like that at all. I would love it if they come home with me. Of course, I can't nurse them anymore. All right, so we've got our table runner. Did that turn out cute? That was so simple. Just a piece of duck cloth, okay? And this duck cloth, I ripped it at 18 inches. Just ripped it down. I started with a little cut and then just ripped. And this is what I got. I love it. So I've got this. Let me see if I can hold it up for you guys to see. You have 2 granddaughters. Yes, must have used those leaves on that one stencil we got. Okay, so this is my table runner. I wonder if I can hold it up to where you guys can see it. This is remember, she's going farmhousey, okay? This is, I'm going to make some little coasters for her. And then I made these leaves. We just took leaves from outside and painted the back of them with the ink and pressed them in place and used the autumn wreath, the thanks from that, give thanks. And then we made this sweet little napkin ring with a toilet paper roll. And do you think those look cute together? I think that ribbon ties everything together. Don't you? Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to see this on my daughter-in-law's table. And thanks for sharing part of your Saturday with me. We will see you. I think I'll be back on Monday. I'll put it on the events so that you guys will be ready. And at least on Wednesday, we're going to be back, right, for Win It Wednesday, because it's a chance where we all get to win something. Thanks again for joining me. Have a terrific day.